And these crystal skulls are transdimensional monuments to humanity that go beyond time. So what Indiana Jones had in the movie is really pretty close to it. 13 skulls. There were 13 skulls. And they weren't from Earth originally. They were from aliens out there. And again, most of you have been alienated more than one time anyway. So a lot of you in here don't know where you're from anyway. You know, a lot of you watching on the video here don't know where you're from either. You're probably aliens that are just visiting for a few years. Then you're going to leave and go back to your Golden Corral buffet on Planet X out there in Chiron or wherever it is. So anyway, we have crystal skulls. And I was afraid of these at first till many years ago. I went and met one of the old crystal skulls. His name was Max. And Max I met in Cleveland. And I put my hands on him. He sort of lit up. I had crazy dreams that night about my own future soul growth. And so I find is, and the lady that owned Max, or was caretaker of him, you don't own stones, you're just the caretakers of them, was a white, beehive-haired grandmother from Texas. Remind me of Barbara Bush. White hairdo, nice grandmother. She may have had pearls, I don't know. And when a Tibetan Tulku, speaking of getting stoned, Tibetan Tulku had given her the crystal skull before he passed away. And she put it in a box in her closet. He started talking to her, and she'd go like, crystal skull talking to me? That's crazy. And here's a shoebox in her closet. She could talk to it. So she saw a special on TV one day, and they said, well, she called the TV station up and said, well, I have one of those. And they're going like, no, you can't have one of those. There are only 13 of those in the world. It's too rare. You can't have one. Call up again. They came out to her house. We've been missing your skull for 800 years. So her skull was an old skull. It passed down through Tibetans for thousands of years. Caretaker, because that way she's believable. By having Barbara Bush being caretaker of the skull, you can't imagine that she could tell you a lie. Unlike her husband. I didn't say that. All politicians are truthful, right? My nose is getting 3 feet long now. At any rate, so the crystal skull that Max had was very powerful for my awakening. And I find as I buy newer skulls, they really will give you a name. You're walking by the stone, they'll give you a name. When the name happens from the skull, it means they're waking up and they're ready for activation for both your own consciousness, for storing memories in there, for your soul devices. Again, crystals are silicon dioxide. Your computer chips are silicon crystals, silicon chips. These are memory devices. You can store more in this one skull than is in every computer in the entire world. And by listening to it, you can access the memories that are in it. And if it's an older skull, it may have seen things for tens of thousands of years and help you transduce ideas, go beyond yourself, and go beyond this planet and this plane, see other worlds where you have been or wish to go. And again, the key here is, again, it's past, present, future, now. Too many of us have been focused in the past. We must see a bright future. And the skulls can help see a future which is positive for us. You always live in the past. You never create a brighter future. So create a crystalline world in your own future and travel through time and space with the skull. And again, the skull shape of your own brain is the perfect shape for creating quantum photonic transfer of energy and ideas in both your own skull and in the crystal.